Is there really a difference? Welcome to Retired Rider. Hope that you're doing well today. Is there really a difference? Is there really a difference in quality between, say, the Honda Goldwing and the Harley Davidson? Pick any Harley you want. Pick any Honda you want. Pick any size you want. Pick Yamaha, pick Suzuki, pick Indian, pick whatever you want. Is there really any difference in the quality of the bikes? Now, with Harley, yeah, there's a little difference, not in quality, but because you can do so much to your bike. So many add-ons, upgrades, things like that. You can also do them to Honda and Indian, pretty much any bike, but not like you can with Harley. But as far as quality, is there a difference? Not really. I mean, you could pretty much get a Honda Goldwing, touring Honda Goldwing with everything, all the digitals, everything you want. You can do that with almost any brand, Kawasaki, all of them. So as far as quality goes between Harley Davidson, Indian, Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, Kawasaki, if I didn't say that one, there's really, in this day and age, not much difference in the quality. I've seen Harleys outlast Hondas. I've seen Hondas outlast Harleys. People got Honda Goldwings from 1980 and 79 that they're still riding, with 100, 200, 300,000 miles on them. Have not seen very many Harleys with 300,000 miles on them. I've not seen them with really 200,000. That's me. If you have, leave it down in the comment section, let me know. But yeah, there's not much difference in the quality. But there is a big difference somewhere else. And that big difference is the history behind the motorcycle. There's a lot of history behind Harley Davidson. Now we're going to do a little follow-up to our last video where there's been a little controversy in the comment section and stuff like that, where basically Harley's woke, gone woke. And I know a lot of you don't like Glenn Beck, and that's fine. I understand. But this wasn't about Glenn Beck, this was about who he was interviewing. And he's basically the guy that busted Tractor Supply and a few other companies for the same thing. I understand you love Harley. I get it. I understand that. I do too. I own one. I also own a Kawasaki Vulcan 2000. My wife owns a Can-Am Spider. But when are we going to have balls enough to say, hey, we're done with the woke crap? We don't need that stuff pushed on us. A company doesn't need to push it on their employees. A company just needs to stay out of all the political stuff, political correctness, whatever the case may be. They just need to stay out of it. Somebody made a comment on that last video. Go back and check it out if you haven't seen it. That, it can happen in all brands. Well, yeah, it can happen in all brands, the wokeness. But I don't see it really happening, I don't know for a fact, but I can't really see it happening in the Japanese market and in the Chinese market. Maybe I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, leave it down there and let me know that I'm wrong. But I really don't see it happening that much in those companies. And if you think it's not happening at Harley, call them yourself. Call them yourself, find an employee that works for Harley, whatever, however you gotta do it, and I guarantee you, they're gonna tell you, yes, it's a woke company. Now that starts from management and goes down. So yes, Harley has not got the best management right now, and that's the problem. I won't name names, I don't do that. But they don't have the best management, and that's a problem. So therefore, that's going to trickle down. Management trickles down, just like, the government trickles down on you. Things trickle down to employees, hurts morale, hurts everything. And that's what I was saying in that last week's video. That can hurt production of the bike. And that's not good. And I'm not a Harley hater, okay? I'm not. I love Harley. And that's why I wanted to bring this out to whatever platform I have, with you guys, to bring it out to say, hey man, Harley's going in the wrong direction. Harley needs to wake up. I mean, people say, well, it's the prices that are hurting Harley and stuff like that. Well, yeah, it is, but it's hurting all brands. I mean, it's hurting from any level, what you buy, motorcycle, car, you name it, the economy's done. But we're getting to the point in this country, and this is not a political channel, but we're getting to the point in this country where this woke stuff and this politically correct stuff is destroying everything. It's out of control. It's just really out of control. We need to stop it. I said this in the last video. If you want to be gay, be gay. If you want to be a lesbian, be a lesbian. If you want to be a transgender, be a transgender. If you want to do all that and be all that, go for it. Just don't push it on me. Don't push it on other people. I don't push how I am on people. Don't push it on me. Don't push it on your employees. Just leave that out of everything. Just leave it out. There's no place for it. It ruins everything. But getting back to the brands, getting back to Honda, Jap bikes compared to Honda, to Harley, to Indian, quality is pretty much the same. But you have the history with Harley and the history with Indian. And that just makes my point. I don't want to see that history die. I don't want to see that history go away. I don't want to see that disappear. Because that's what we have with our American made bikes, which are not really American made anymore. But that, we can get into a whole ordeal with that. And we won't do that. But let's keep that history. Let's keep the politics and the politically correctness and all that stuff out of it. Just keep it out of this whole deal. It doesn't need to be there. We don't need to have anything to do with that in our workplace, in our schools, or anything. It affects the product. It affects everything. It affects morale. You name it, it affects it. And it's just not good. And I'm not saying don't go out and buy a Harley. I seen people make comments on that last video where they're like, well, I'm not going to buy a Harley. Well, after I heard this, I'm not going to buy a Harley. And that much respect to you if that's what you want to do. I totally understand. But, I wouldn't let it stop me from buying a Harley. I mean, I wouldn't let it stop me from having something I want. If you want a Harley, ride a Harley. I ride a Harley. I'm not going to take my badges or, emblems off my Harley because Harley's gone woke. No, I'm not going to do that. The bike hasn't gone woke. Management in Harley's gone woke. So no, I'm not going to stop buying stuff from Harley, buying upgrades and stuff like that, and maybe eventually someday buy another Harley. I'm not going to stop that. But what I'm afraid of is they're going to go so far into this stuff that Harley's just going to disappear. And that's not a good thing. And I don't want that to happen. But, I'm getting sidetracked again. But getting back to the brands though, yeah, I don't see it happening in Japanese brands, all that woke stuff. It could be, if you know if it is. I don't know. I haven't checked, so I can't say for 100% sure. But if you have, and there's woke stuff in Japanese brand motorcycles, let me know. But I don't see it happening in those things. I mean, to me, it looks like the United States, which is the leader of the world, was at least, is pushing all this stuff, and other countries are picking up on it. And it's just a bad thing all the way around. So, my whole thing about that video was bring attention to it. Maybe Harley will see what they're doing wrong and then reverse course so we don't lose one of our great American bike builders, producers. I don't want to see that happen. But in the grand scheme of things, if you want to own a Harley, I know you want to own it not just because it has the best quality out of all the bike brands that are out there. It's because the history of the bike. That's what makes the bike such a big deal. If the say Harley sold to a Japanese company, which could happen, are you going to have the same feeling about the new bikes are producing? Would you have the same feeling? No, because now it's owned by a foreign entity, and that history kind of just goes away. And I definitely don't want to see that happen. But leave it down there in the comment section. Let me know how you feel. Tell me how you feel. Tell me if you think, some people want to bury their head in the sand and say, this is not happening. Harley's not doing this. These companies are not doing this. Yes, they are. You can look it up. You can find it. You will find out if you put some effort into it that they are going woke. Has Indian gone woke? Don't know. And I tell you what, I'm going to do some research on Indian and see where they're at. And I'll do a video on them. But look it up for yourself and you'll find out. Just closing your eyes and thinking and burying your head in the sand thinking, well, it's not going to go away. It's there. You can put blinders on all you want, but it's there. But I'm not saying stop buying Harleys. That's not what I'm saying. I want people to buy Harleys. I want Harley to grow and stay in. But that's why we got to call them out on these things. We can't let these things happen. We can't lose this history. We can't lose these motorcycles, Harley and Indian. I mean, what else do we have? I mean, a lot of the parts are already made overseas now. There's a lot of parts that are in this bike that are from China and Japan and who knows where else. So we don't need to lose anything else. We don't need to lose it. But again, getting back, and I'm sorry for you guys that get upset because I repeat myself. I'm sorry about that, but hey, if you can, but I understand. The quality in the bikes between Harley and Honda and all the rest of them, Indian, the quality is about the same. You can get pretty much anything from any of them that you want. It's the history. It's the history of Harley and Indian. That's important, and that's why I think a lot of people ride these bikes. So anyway, let me know how you feel about it. Leave it down there in the comment section. My camera keeps shutting off. I don't know why. I've been having a lot of problems with GoPro. Any suggestions about a better camera, let me know. Put it down there in the comment section. I appreciate it. I appreciate every one of you guys. I appreciate you subscribing. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate you 100%. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you watch the video, do me a big favor and hit that like button. And do me a big favor, if you're not subscribed and you do watch my videos, hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. Helps out the channel. Helps out the channel, and I'm not talking financially. I don't care about that. I'm talking about it helps the channel get out there, get the videos out there so people can watch. Anyway, appreciate you guys very much, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care now.